What is up? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Back with some more Resident Evil 4 gameplay for you. And as we get closer and closer to the Resident Evil 4 remake, and we learn more and more information about it with about a month away from a release now, knowing some things that we know now, I had some curious thoughts in my head. One of the big things we've learned now is that almost no Q2Es are going to be in the game. QuickTime events were obviously very big in the original Resident Evil 4. So with that being said, my question is, how are they going to do the Krauser and U3 encounters in this game? Both Krauser and U3 are probably two of the most unique fights in the entirety of Resident Evil 4, because both of them use a lot of QTEs and have unique setups to them, and I was wondering how they might accomplish it. So let's start with Krauser first. Obviously, the first time you encounter him, it's a whole cutscene QTE event, which was kind of innovative and new at the time when it was released, but a lot of people nowadays get tired of QTEs. They don't want to see them. I personally don't mind them, but I think the usage of them in a cutscene was kind of cool and unique at the time just because it kept you on edge and off balance. But how are they going to do it now? Are they going to have it so that Krauser and is it just going to be a whole cutscene you just watch, or you actually going to have a little fight here you have to control Leon and do for a first encounter? I like a little fight here instead of just a cutscene, but you know, you have no idea what they're going to do here. I'm just purely speculating, but I would personally like a little fight just to see that, and who knows, maybe a little information, because I like them to do a lot more with Krauser, just because when you see him in Resident Evil 4 for the first time, he's just some dude out of nowhere. No one knew who the hell he was, and there wasn't any backstory until years later on him, so hopefully we can get more on him, and hopefully these they make the fights a lot better without the QTEs in it. So I'm real curious how they're going to do that, just because of how unique the fight was and everything, not just this first encounter but his actual boss fight in the end. But let me know how you think they should do that, because they have said that the fight was going to be more amped up or exciting or whatever you want to call it, but action packed. But once again, we'll see that when we see it, because obviously saying it is and it actually being are two completely different things. But I'm definitely intrigued by what they could do with Krauser and how they're going to implement him in this story. But that's him. The other boss that I want to talk about would be the U3, and the U3 is very unique because the whole introduction is very unique, because you're basically on these little cages that are hanging over nothing, and you basically have to keep moving to the next cage, but you have to unlock the emergency locks while dodging the U3, and you have a limited time once you unlock the lock to get to the next cage. And I'm wondering how they're going to do that, because it's one of those like just weird things that happened in Resident Evil 4, and honestly, I could make a video on that, and maybe I will. It's just what's the purpose of this whole setup? Is it just like elaborate, like gigantic version of a mousetrap or something? But I'm wondering how they're going to do that in Resident Evil 4 Remake. As I said, with literally no QTEs, like, how are we going to do this fight? Is this whole thing going to be just scrapped? Is it going to be redesigned? I mean, I could see it being cool, but obviously it's just, I can see it, but what are they going to do? That's two completely different things. I'm just wondering if it's like going to be something where like maybe they change the whole setup and make it more like a hunted thing where you're like prey and you just gotta hide, because there's a lot of stealth elements now in the remake. So I wonder if you're just gonna be hiding and trying to get through this whole labyrinth of a maze, and without him knowing you're there. Is it gonna be like instant death if he finds you here? They could do a lot of things, but either way, I'm interested. It's definitely going to be unique and different. Hopefully it'll be even better than the original one, but that is going to be what I think. I want to know what you guys think. What do you think they're going to do? Obviously, we got a little information on Krauser saying that it's going to be more action-packed than the original. But the U3 is just kind of like, we haven't heard anything about him, and I'm just wondering how this whole elaborate, like, because when you get to the actual fight of the U3, it's kind of just your standard fight, but getting through this whole phase, I wonder what they're going to do with that. And I can see a lot of potential with it, but you think they're going to redesign it, or is it going to be pretty similar? I guess that's the fun part about a remake, is until we get our hands on it, we're not going to know how many things have been redesigned for better or for worse. And are we going to sit back and think it was a good idea or a bad idea? But that is going to be it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and hopefully I can see you guys back on the next one. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope to see you all later. Peace.